volume adjusting. Hang on, my phone is ringing. Who the hell's calling me now? I tell you what. Probably my neighbor calling. He had a tree come down next to him yesterday. That was massive pine tree. Knocked power out all through the area. Alrighty then. Let's see if we can't get some RaceRoom running here. Yeah, massive, what we call a pasture pine, about 3.5 foot diameter, right across the road. Took out all the power in the area, etc. Fun stuff. All right. More RaceRoom volume, maybe, huh? Chris, it's called an intro. Don't mind me, I'm setting stuff up here and getting the server ready and getting volumes correct and making things look pretty. You want it to look pretty, don't you? Oh. I went through the experience today of putting together my own AWS server. And man, that was a bit rugged. That was a bit rugged. Yeah, you know, to get it all going, you got to listen to yourself. But you know, I'll say something, and then 10 seconds later, it comes back out on the stream, and I go, okay, yeah. All right, Chris. Is the volume mix good? I think I've got it set up pretty good that you can hear me in the race, so that's good. Computer, I have control. Turn myself up just a touch. Come on. All right then. Alrighty then. Oh, yawn. Yeah, so I spent way too many hours trying to set up an Amazon cloud server so that I can run a practice server. And I just, you know, not my day to do things like that. I'm technically a capable person, but that just turned into a clustercluck. Oh, anyway, so, hey, welcome to the North America RaceRoom server. Actually, we don't really go quote-unquote live until another 9 minutes, but, you know, close enough. Close enough for union work. So, yeah, the WTCR cars. Boy. At, well, hell, off track. I keep wanting to say it's Aragorn, you know, Lord of the Rings stuff, and so Aragon. Very, very tight, twisted course. There wasn't near as much door banging in the evening races as I expected there to be. And there was a fair amount of it, but I mean, it wasn't as brutal and as vicious as I thought it might be. But there were violations all over the place. It was just I was watching Captain Coffee do his stream, and he turned the violation notices off because the screen they just kept popping up, popping up, popping up. So we'll see. I know a lot of people that on this side of the pond are not all that well versed in the TCR cars, although the GRC gang definitely is. They love the damn things. So I'm on the fence with them at this point. Front wheel drive and race cars is a tough combination. They just have inherent faults that you wouldn't want to have in a race car. But because there are so many front wheel drive cars out there in the market, and there are so many of these compact style front wheel drive cars, it just only makes sense to have a racing. And with the LSDs, limited slip differentials, they actually do kind of perform better than they used to. And they used to be real tough. Once upon a time, I had a Saab Vigget, which was 255 horsepower, it was 235 horsepower, 255 foot-pounds of torque. And they limited the torque in first and second gears, otherwise it would just spin the wheels off. It just was ridiculous. Once you hit third gear, though, you had full access to the torque, and you kick it down into third gear at 75, 80 miles an hour, and you were at over 100 in a heartbeat. Yeah, it was a hell of a car to drive. But it wouldn't have done well on this. Yeah, they have to slam these cars down, stiffen up the suspension, put the limited slip differentials in there, and even still, they're a handful to drive. So yeah, how many people we got on right now? It doesn't actually say from this side, does it? Says there's 18 people on there at the moment. We got about 8 people out on the track. Let's see what the track map looks. Yep, and there you go. Does what the track map does. In other words, nothing. It's funny, half of the track maps work, and half of them don't. Oh, there's a track violation. Lab Pong. Hey, that's a great name. Ooh. So we don't have any massive laps yet, do we? Yeah. Best lap so far is a 2:07. Interesting. There were 2:04s, 2:05s, 2:06s on a regular basis in the European event. I completely missed the Aussie New Zealand event. I had my head stuck up running, trying to get a server running all day. God, that was aggravating. I planted a whole field of fucks today. Just row after row of them. There's a cloud of fucks outside the front door of my house just a minute. Oh, managed to borrow a battery charger from the neighbor to get my car restarted because I haven't gone anywhere in a while. It just snowed in and the car wouldn't start. The battery was dead. And so I go to use his battery starter. Come to find out the plugs on the front of the house aren't working. So, my battery charger that I thought was dead probably isn't dead. The socket out there is dead. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But anyway, so car started. So we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in practice. Nobody's really set a blistering time yet. Ensbury's right at the top with a 2:07.2. to be the best time so far. Lots of invalid laps. That's why I'm not out there driving. Because it would be just nothing but invalid laps. Let's see if I can make the helicopter cam work. Oh, helicopter cam probably ought to work good on this track. There's less crap in the way. It's like crap, trees, shrubbery, walls, people, cardboard people. Again, want to commend RaceRoom for being current with the times, these cardboard audience members. Showing support for doing the right thing. Yeah, that border's we'll just stop that shit. Where's oh, we've lost 2. We're down to 16. Where's Rangy Rover? How come he isn't in this race? Jeez. They didn't let him out for lunch today, apparently. Oh, who else are we missing? Mike Hall? I don't see Mike Hall in there. I don't see Rangy Rover. Yeah, I don't blame some people for not jumping into this one, just because these cars are not. They take a particular knack to drive, and it isn't the knack that you would use with a rear wheel drive car. Whoa. So I think people that get specialized in a rear wheel have trouble converting, and I don't blame them. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. 14 of our 16 people have actually set a lap of sorts. Some haven't. That don't work. That don't work. yakking away thinking I was talking and I was muted, and then yeah. At 6 foot, you know, even the cardboard people are doing the 6 foot social distancing, aren't they? So yeah, I was going down through all the different drivers talking about them, and I had myself muted, and then I unmuted myself to cough, which actually was the opposite of what I wanted to do. And yeah, right. Yeah, just it's kind of like it's been like a Monday all day. Monday, can't touch that day. I watched the SpaceX rocket go up, come back down, land successfully. Sat there for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then blew right the screw up, man. That was pretty good. I mean, I was absolutely yelling and cheering when it landed and stayed there. Huge deal. That's huge deal. And then, of course, they had some leaks and some problems, and all of a sudden, the damn thing blew up. The whole top 2/3 of it just shot straight up in the air, and the bottom third of it just exploded. It was awesome. There's going to be some really good slow-mo, high-speed footage of that. That's going to be awesome. So, Mr. Use, let's go back and let the auto director take over. Can we get there from here? We do have some times. Yeah, Ensbury with a 207, Red Nose with a 208, Lupu with a 209, Filippone 210, Sakashio, TJ with a 210. So we're getting some times in there. That's good. I see Perez is out there now. That's good. Let's see if we can get a time. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought would happen. Prez has jumped right up there with a 208. And that's his first lap out. So I imagine I kind of expect him to put in a better time here. So if anybody from the RaceRoom North America group wants to join me down here in the chat at some point or later, toss a note there in the stream chat. Maybe I'll see it. Oh, so yeah. So what time is it? 9:08. So we still got a few minutes left to go. 12 minutes left to qualify. Plenty of time. What else is going on? It's the North America RaceRoom YouTube channel. We are a group of RaceRoom enthusiasts that put together a Discord channel. There should be a link down below. If there isn't, I'll get one in there in a bit. Put together a RaceRoom Discord channel and this YouTube channel in order to kind of beat the drum and get more people on this side of the pond together and racing as a group. The numbers say there's a lot of people that own the game here in this side of the world, but we don't get a lot of participation. So that's what we're doing here is, you know, rah, get out there, race, come join us, have some fun. We're here, we're racing. Yeah. So in order to, man, again, you could just abuse the crap out of those track limits. It's just amazing how bad that gets. Watching it. You know what might be good is also to So yeah, in order to fulfill that goal of getting things more going, we basically host 4 events during the week. 3 times a week, we tag on to the existing ranked events that RaceRoom puts up. On Sunday night, we do one of the 2 rookie events that RaceRoom puts up in the ranked server. On Monday night, we do one of the 2 higher ranked races that RaceRoom puts up and jump in on their existing server. On Wednesday night, we do the Enduro here and broadcast this live. And on Friday nights, we mount our own server and get a little bit goofy. This Friday night, we've got GT1s at Portimao. There will be a practice server up with that the next day or so. And then the actual race server will be up on Friday night. I think that is, I never can remember. Okay, I can just go look at the and find out, because I never remember the times. You know, if every night we did something, it was the same time, you know, you can remember it, and it bounces around. 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Pacific time on Friday night. So hope you can join us then, because that's a lot of fun. This week, the server will be passworded. So in order to gain access, you will have to join our Discard server. And in that process, you will then, if you do that correctly, the password will be given to you. But actually, you will have to go find it. But you know, if you do the right thing when you join the Discord server, then you'll get access to the password. Simple as that. Okay, what are we doing now? Mr. Red Nose is out there with a 207.5, beats Enberg. What? It's my neighbor trying to call me again. Let me mute myself. That was my neighbor. He said, yeah, boom. We're talking about the SpaceX rocket going up and landing, sitting there for 4 or 5 minutes and then going boom. But they successfully landed, and that was huge. That was a big deal. So, the race. Red Nose at a 207.5, Perez 207.7, Ensbury 5 thousandths of a second behind. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see what kind of laps we run, though, because and also, let's see, they're all out there on hards right now. I thought we had tire choice in this race, but maybe people aren't going to worry about it. And that would also explain the times. If nobody's running softs, they're certainly not going to get down into the 206, 205 area. But nobody's using softs. They're all on hard tires. So I thought this race had tire choice in it. Hi, Nigel. Thanks for watching. Yeah, good luck to everybody tonight. Ought to be interesting. Have a low-level participation, so that'll make it easier to come up through the ranks for some, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, if I start doing plosives into the mic and popping the mic, somebody please tell me. Yeah, listening back to last week's stream, and it's like I had the volumes all cranked up. Scott was really loud. I was really soft. So that's not this way this week. Just speaking of Scott, he said if he really does badly, he'll just quit and join me. But see, that's the thing. If people, these are 3 races, you have to stay in for all 3, or you really take it hard. Bam, right in the face, right in the kisser. Check my volumes here. People watching. One of them's me. Well, thanks for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe. All but one of you have liked so far, so that's good. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified when we go live again and or a video gets put up. I kind of was feeling pretty shitty in the last week, so I haven't really made any videos. And the world survived. Okay. 36 seconds left in qualifying. Ooh, Ensbury took a 207.50. Wow. And basically tied with Red Nose. That's unusual. That's unusual. Look at that. 207.504. I don't think I've seen that before. Very, very cool. Not a lot separating the top 4 drivers there. Everybody managed to get a lap in. That's good. It'll be interesting to see what Mr. Hughes ends up doing. Do they have a warm-up in this race? Oh, I just don't remember these things. Let's go to RaceRoom Blue. What I need to change, I need to go down here and change this. Oops. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Because my name is Elo J. Fudbucker. Oh, Elo Fudbucker W. I guess I didn't edit that quite good enough. Oh, funny shit. All right, here we go. We are on the starting line. Okay, I'm going to be watching the start this time. I know there's 3 races, so I'll try to get the start of all 3, but sometimes it's difficult. Here we go. Mad dash for the front line. Everybody's still on the track so far. Let's jump into the back of the pack here and just see what's going on. Oh, there's somebody spun out. That was James Rock. And Perez has jumped out to the lead, followed quickly by Ensbury, Red Nose, and Hall, just as they were in the grouping. Yeah, here come the penalties. I'm going to go ahead and clean the screen up here for a bit. I'll put all this button back up after some of them look to see a moment. Whoop. Come on, computer, react. Wow, it's quite a lead they're developing there. First has got quite a lead on second, has got quite a lead on third, and then there's third, fourth, and fifth are really tight. Interesting. Another slowdown penalty, another slowdown penalty. Track limits, please. Track limits, please. Hello, computer. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not a surprise to see Perez out front here. He's, again, with the GRG team, and they really are, they're big on the DCRs. So it's not really a huge surprise to see him out front. Yeah, grimy dog, no race for you. Toothache. Oh, well, you have my empathy there. I have at hand, ready at all times, a tube of what the heck is that stuff called? Oh, yeah, Oragel, the extra strength Oragel. Just get your ass to the drugstore and get a tube of that crap. Just stuff it up in there and numb out whatever's driving you nuts. Yeah. Yeah, my teeth are a mess. I need dentures. Got like 6, 7 teeth down to the root. Got a gum line, and yeah. Being generally poor your entire life means that you end up with inability to pay for your teeth. Scott, drive-through penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. What do you mean speeding in the pit lane? What the hell is he doing in the pit lane? He must be headed to get some repairs. Everybody's getting the slowdowns. It's kind of humorous. are at the Motorland Aragon, of course. Yeah, it's interesting. They have a spread out kind of. Really, it's almost top 10, all about a second and a half away from each other, all the way up through. And then there's a big gap to 11th, where Derek McCord is. And Amato is at the way back, machine 2, fending off Keith Hurst. Amato there in the yellow Audi. And, he just professed that this was not going to be a great race for him. But, up towards the top, there's a little battle between these three. They're pretty close. What's interesting is that Ramirez has now got a full, 1 second on Ensbury, who's got about a 1 second on TJ, and then you have these three behind, but they're all still really close. And we're only, we're not very far into this. Checking in with the stream. We are in race 1 here, North American RaceRoom YouTube channel on Motorland Aragon course. Whoa! All kinds of fun happening there. I guess that was a real tussle. But it's interesting because it's now going to create a battle between this group. So, Red Nose fell off. Yeah, drop down in a spin, which is easy to do. And of course now, wow, okay, because Red Nose fell off, we now have Perez with well over a second lead on Ensbury, who's got a second and a half on Keisha Hall, who's got almost a second and a half on TJ. So the top 4 really spread out as a result of that incident. Red Nose, of course, has already made it back up to 5th. He had been knocked down to like 7th or 8th. Got a battle here between these three, Felipe Ramanki and Beaulieu. I have to think like Frenchman to say that, huh? Sebastian Beaulieu. Oh, throw me down the stairs, my shoes. About 9 minutes gone, 8.5 minutes gone, about a third of the race here. Oh, everybody's, that was a really good look because everybody's going, okay, I want to slow down. I don't want to hit anybody. Don't want to hit anybody. That's good. Theo is giving Mr. Lupo there, Red Nose a little run for his money. Go, man, go. Shot out the wing. I like this shot. We'll turn around and get it from Theo's front bumper here in just a second. interesting. He's kind of dropped back now. Not much, a little bit. Yeah, you really see the, it's interesting, as these cars hit the curb, you can really see that these are not heavy vehicles. They get tossed up pretty easily. More slowdown penalties. Slowdown penalties for you. Slowdown penalties for everyone. Perez is still maintaining his 2.5 lead. Go ahead, put the standings back up. TJ is pushing hard on the guy in front of him, Kishan Hall. That battle's developing. Welcome to the stream if you're new. Saw a number blip by me there a second ago. Please remember to like, subscribe, throw money at us. Theo is still right behind Red Nose. You see them back there. This is, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell was that? Oh, that was a slimy pass. I tell you, that was slimy as all get out. No track cutting there. Yeah. He's got to have to give that back. I didn't see a cut track penalty come up, but there should have been one. Yeah, look at them how far out. They're way over the white line. Interesting. This happened in another race. It wasn't the GT3's Monday night. I think a similar thing was going on. They were being real generous on the track limits. I think it was, I don't know, it might have been another one. Looks like we got somebody in the pit. Yep. Tugas Racing. Yeah, Tugas Racing actually sponsored Captain Coffee's stream last week that I saw, and this week, of the Enduros. And, thanks to Tugas Racing last week, I won 500 VRP in Captain Coffee's stream. And that was pretty cool. I like that. I haven't spent it yet. I haven't decided what to spend it on. So. TJ is still got his lead over Keishan Hall, although that pass was, yeah, I mean, if the stewards were watching, that would have been a, oh, dude, yeah, no, that's get some kind of penalty for that. But I don't know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Racing. Sebastian is still in the pit. He doesn't show that he has any damage. Maybe he got a phone call. Scott, being out on the track, is way behind. He's maybe even going to get lapped here. If he hasn't already. All right, let's go back up top. And Ensbury is now giving Perez a bit of a run for his money. It's only a third of a second behind as we stand. So it's possible, but man. Interesting. I don't latch on to Ensbury's front bumper. Whoops, what happened? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Perez flying off the track, and he has lost, whoa, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a bunch of positions. Wow, that hurts. That hurts. I wasn't looking at the screen when that happened. So now Perez has dropped back to 4th place, and he's wedged in between Hall and Red Nose, who were fighting each other to begin with, and now they've got him having gone off, and now, yeah, this is going to get interesting. Nice little battle going on. Sebastian's back out on the track, so he must have had to repair some major damage. Now, I wonder if he let him by or he actually took that, because Hall really kind of stayed outside on that corner and let him by. Oh, Sebastian, gotta. No, there's some bumping right there. Who was that? That was Perez doing. No, that was Keishan Hall doing the bump up on Perez. And a lot of track limit abuse. Like constant. So Perez has jumped clear of Hall and Red Nose. TJ is is not able to keep up with Ensbury. And Ensbury is looking to come up against, I think it's Scott, or no, maybe it's Scott or Sebastian. Scott. So this car right here, Scott, is the car behind him is actually the race leader, Theodore Ensbury. And so we got a lot of traffic going on here, and it'll be interesting to see how that affects things. Okay, so the top two are now by the back marker. And then it's these two, Red Nose and Keishan Hall. Now, see what he just did? He just pulls way out of the way, get the hell out of the way, let people go by. Good job, Scott. And Perez is now back up in 3rd and trying to chase down TJ. There's some more corner cutting. Just under 7 minutes left in this one. Got 2 more. Because 1 is never enough. Ensbury's now got like a 2-second lead on Sakasio, who's got a 2-second lead, 1.5-second lead on Perez. Battles going on right now. The battle they're looking at now, 4th and 5th. Keith Hurst and Evan Bramke are down in battle for 9th. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 are pretty spread out. They're a bit of time. This isn't really easy to pass on this track either. Everybody's constantly turning and adjusting what they're doing. There's not a lot of room for diving in, etc. You gotta fight for it here. It's either pouncing on other people's mistakes or. Seems like people happy with what they're doing. Ranked racing, RaceRoom racing experience. Have you seen Gamer Muscle's video on RaceRoom ranked racing? It's got some fun stuff. Best lap so far in this race is 2:07.7 set by Sakashi. Which is about where, it's about what you would expect, I think. Perez is 2:07.9. Sakashi is 2:07.7. That's pretty much it. The next closest is Red Bull's 2:08.3. Good racing so far. I've seen a lot of huge mistakes. Sebastian's back in the pit. Ooh, Sebastian's done in this race. Interesting. Be interesting to know what happened to him. I know Scott is in the Wayback Machine. He had some issues when he was in the pit. He's going to trooper through and finish the race. Mr. Uzzz is back in 14th and getting along. Only got 2 minutes left in this. Ensbury's still got the lead, about a 1 second lead over Sacasio, who's got about a 1 second lead over Ramiro Perez. He's got about a 0.8 second lead over Red Nose. So 3rd place is certainly up for grabs. Maybe even 1st and 3rd. We'll see. Follow Ramirez, Ramiro Perez here, and most of the time. Yes, he's 1.5 seconds back now. You know what? I suspect he might have some damage or other issues because he was the fastest earlier on, and now he can't. He's unable to keep up. And it looks like if there's going to be a race, it's going to be between Ensbury and Sacasio here. But again, you can see the lead Ensbury has. It's just if he makes a mistake, great, but I don't think so. 50 seconds. I think we're about to see the end of it here. This is looking out the back door of Ensbury. Back at Sacasio. It's right on him, but I don't think it's going to help him any. Now, we may get an extra lap if they haven't crossed the finish line here by the time the clock runs out, which looks to be the case here. lap. Or no, excuse me, I'm being stupid here. They're going to cross the finish line. Yeah, Red Nose is about a second behind Perez, so that's not going to work. Oh, we're going to get a dive. We're going to get a dive. Oh, this is going to be close. No, he ain't got it. Unless he's going to go outside in. No, he ain't. Oh! Yeah. Okay. All right. Bump grind, and everybody turns out the way they should. Although that might give. Yeah. See what is going to happen there is. Yeah. Oh, Sakashio really screwed himself there, because not only did he knock Ensbury and he caused them both to slow down, and Perez took second place. What the hell was that just jumped off the track? Interesting. Cardboard people. Mr. Graff, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Grimey's got a sore tooth. So he in there. Ranger Rover somehow, he had to work today apparently. So Ensbury takes Perez third, Sakashio in second, Perez in second, to Sakashio in third. So good race. Now we got what, 30 seconds, 50 seconds for the next race. So I'll be right back. Right, race number 2. RaceRoom Racing. Number 2. Everybody's on the grid by the looks of things. And they are off. Whoa! All of a sudden, all the cars turned to smoke and they were all gone. I don't know what happened there. That was good. That was a good goober. Oh, there's somebody spun into the wall. Derek McCord, poor bastard. Jesus. Oh, where's that James Rock? No, it's Derek. All right. Yeah, poor bastard. Poor bastard. I think somebody hip checked him into the corner. Oh, well, that's not a great way for him to start his race, is it? I did not see what happened. Hurst has jumped out to a significant 1.2-second lead over Evan Gremke, but again, I think this is reverse order. About a kick. Yeah, top 10 reversed, I think. You know what's good about these small cars is you can get more of them in the picture. There's my water glass. Thought I had to bring snacks to this one. I could just get up and get snacks, but you know. Snacks. Aggressive driving going on there. You can look at it from Theodore Ensbury's rear bumper. Oh, there was some track limits. Whoa, there's more track limits. Interesting. They slowed down to give the tide back, and now he's going to come roaring up and get another penalty. He just passed Theo. Yeah, whatever Theodore Ensbury's setup is, I think he's got it dialed in because he is really gaining time on these people. I mean, he's just leaving these two in the dust. Not the dust, but you know. Wow. Keith Hurst has now got a full 2.2-second lead. Sicasio. Wow. And then Sicasio got Perez right up his chuff. That's probably one we should be looking at. Oh, this maybe. This is an interesting view. Somehow the system thinks that all cars are right-hand drive, which is kind of weird, but that's what it seems to think. Again, we're looking up Sicasio's butt from the front end of Perez here. Oh, in the inside, he's going to get it. Oh, doesn't get it. Oh, track violation. Track violation. Oh, not track violation. Track violation. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if, it would be nice to see if the software gave a total of track violations. But I suppose when we get done with this, we can go in and look at the results. And, going to look at the results and see what's going on. Oh, there was a cut. There's another track limit abuse. It won't come up though. This thing will let you go way over the line. And I don't quite understand how it's defining track limits when, like, both of those corners he just cut. Yet he didn't get a warning on either one. So I don't quite. Just watch Sicasio cut, and he's across. There he is again across the line. Oh man. Well, anyway, whatever. I ain't nobody's police department. Hurst is now, got himself a 2.3-second lead, almost 2.5 seconds. Wow. There's a big gap back to these three, Lupo, Rednose, and Svetek. Cars seem moderately well balanced. That's kind of nice to see that we don't have any one brand dominating anything. top 5 cars are 5 different cars. So that's a good thing in terms of racing. Oh, grabby dog's got the good stuff. Make them all wobbly in the legs. Hello, new joiners. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Please like if you would and subscribe if you could. I am your host, Mr. Udo J. Futtenberger. Whoa, that was a nice slide. Cooking something there. Tires. Saw that slide on the stream, on the other screen, and that was a good save, man, because he was full on sideways. Rangy, you say that as long as they're still on the yellow, they're okay, but I've seen them way across the yellow and totally off the other side. You're saying if both tires, if they're on the yellow or over the white, they're still good. But if the outside tires go outside the yellow, is it then, where's the line? Because on other tracks, if all 4 wheels cross the white, then it's a track violation. But that's not what's happening on this track. So it's a little confusing to interpolate what the rules are when it seems to be different track to track. But maybe it is different track to track, and that's the way it is. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm kind of wondering where the hell Hurst was in the first race. Because right now he's sitting on almost a 3-second lead. Where the hell was he in the first race? I don't remember him being in the mix at all. He was down in the 8, 9, 10 area. Machines and stuff. A little over a third of the way through the race. This is race number 2 of 3. 25-minute races with the WTCR cars on. Motorland Aragon Grand Prix track. Excited. Just cutting past. Interesting. Svetek and Filippone. Oh, there's a little bumpy. Jared giving Filippone a nudge. See that? It's funny. I wish all of the incidents would post somewhere, because we know that if you bump just a little bit, it's okay. But if you bump a little bit more than that, you're going to get a penalty, much like in the Camaros at Daytona. Jared just got to slow down for a track cut. And I'm watching him, and I didn't see it. More smoking. Those poor tires. Lots of flat spots on those tires. Yeah, Rangy, all four wheels outside the white line is a cut, right? Wrong? Theo got his spot back from Svetek. Well, that's because Svetek did the cut. He had to give time back. That'll do it. Perez is making his way up. Interesting. That's not going to help him. Casio just got a track limit warning. And he's got Perez right behind him. Which is just not going to be good for Sakashio. That hurt. That hurt. So Perez has got half second behind Sakashio here, but they are both almost 4.5, 5 seconds behind Keith Hurst. And 12 minutes left. Yeah, I suppose Perez could make a dash if he gets by Sakashio here and makes a dash to P1. But that's a challenge. We'll see. He's they can see each other on the straight. So and Perez is really looking to get by him. This is something we're going to have to watch, even though there's some close racing going on down there. See, that was a track cut right there. He had all four tires over the white line. And it didn't come up with a track cut. There, both of them had all four tires over the white line. What the hell is that? Holy shit! That was a bit interesting. Hard to tell what that was. Looked all the world for I'm not going to make any judgment calls. Every time I say what I think happened, people give me shit. So that didn't look good. Let's go back to auto director and see what it wants to look at. Yeah, see, he was all four tires over the white line there. I don't get the track limits sometimes. They don't make a lot of sense to me. Well, yeah, I can't even. Whoa, VAJDA son. Hey, Dave. I agree with Dave. Yeah, maybe that was Ping. I don't know. It was like all of a sudden he had no control of the car, and then, whoa, look out. When people do an intentional dive bomb to hit somebody, that's what it looks like, but I just don't think that's what he did. I mean, Badge, I don't know. I mean, again, if he was aiming for him, I think he would have hit him. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, if he was pinging all over the place. Yeah. Let's go check on him and see if he's behaving now. I mean, if it's a ping, it's one thing. Interesting. Down here, Lupo and Svetek are still duking it out. Oh, well, as I say that. As I say that, Theo went flying off into the Toolies. Or was that Jared? Again, how do you know? There's Jared. Yeah, it was Jared that went flying off. Well, that's too bad, because him and Theo were battling it out constantly. Filippone is now in a battle for 5th place with Red Nose. We've got just about 9 minutes left of the race. Let's go check in on Perez and see what's doing here. might have damage. He doesn't look like he's motoring quite the way he was. Ooh, Hurst just got a slowdown penalty. That said, well, 8 minutes. And he's sitting on 4.5 seconds. I just don't think that's going to change. Sakasio's got a ways to go get him. Of course, Sakasio could have damage from that altercation with Perez as well. So, and got a battle for 8th place between Lupo Galbraith and Svetek. And I'm going to guess that because this Scott doing better than he was last race. He's at least up in the top 10, which will be great compared to last race. Again, Derek is out, sitting in the pits waiting for the next round. So this trio of Lupu, that's gotta be a back marker. I don't think it is Keishan Hall. No, it is. It's Keishan Hall. Okay. Oops. Svettek has dropped way back from this group. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd say Perez had damage on that altercation because A, he's a little jerky in his car, or he could have ping issues. I suppose he could be a ping. What's the kick? Is it 500 on these servers? And Luke got a slowdown penalty, which means Scott's going to be right up his chuff because he's going to have to give some time back. Hurst has stretched his lead to 5.5 seconds. That's interesting. He's putting in 2:07s. His best lap is a 2:07.4, so he has, actually Red Nose has a slightly better fast lap for the race, but, and he just put in another 2:07.8. So I think Hurst has got this one in the bag. There's 5.5 minutes left. The only real racing going on is these four right here. Everything else is spread right out. Scott's in the top 10. That's going to make him happy. Theo's also in the top 10, and it looks like these four are just going to kind of run to the end. I don't see much passing possibilities between the four of them. Luke, Filippone, and Red Nose are in a slight battle, 5th place, but again, there's a bit too much distance between them to be considered that tight. Yeah, Keith Hurst is just way the hell out in front. Way the hell out in front. Yeah, look at the lead he has. Where's the next car? Yeah, you can't even see it. Didn't even come into shot. Didn't even come there. There's first and second right there. And when we get third, and there's third. So they're spread right out. Big time, man. Spread out like you wouldn't believe it. Is very close. Yeah, this shot doesn't work so good when there's no traffic. That car isn't actually just sitting in the middle of the straightaway, is it? Can't be. That's just weird. Go back to here. And go back to there. Interesting. Levitated even. Wow, there we go. You've seen those guys over in India doing the levitation trick. There you go. Yeah, they can do it with cars now, too. Pretty clever, huh? Pretty clever, I tell you what. Who does it say that is? It says it's Luke Filippone. Just kind of hanging in midair there. That's not quite it, though. All right, go back to just, you know, doing normal things like watching the race. And the cardboard people. Gotta love cardboard people. 2.5 minutes left. Again, Hurst has got the lead, almost 6-second lead. Perez, for whatever reason, screwed himself and kind of Ensbury too. I bet you they both have damage because they've really had to. They are now like 10 seconds behind the leader. So that's a guess. That is a guess. Kishenhall and Svetek are kind of battling it out. Scott's right there. Might get some passing action here. Minute 52. Yeah, the ping issue is pretty serious at times, and it would be fine if all it did would affect the person that's having the trouble, but obviously that's not what happens. Yeah, it's tough, you know. Perez is probably, you know, suffering with a shitty internet connection, and you know, you want to get mad at him for being stupid or being bad, but you know, you don't know. And if he is pinging all over the place, which the server doesn't always show, you have to kind of be in the race sometimes to see that. So Keith Hurst is going to take race number 2. He's also part of the GRG group. So yeah, and unless his car blows up or he runs out of gas, I don't see there's any way he's going to miss this. There is kind of a battle for second place here, but I don't think it's going to amount to much. So I just don't think he's going to be able to catch him. Sakashio's got that second place kind of wrapped up, and Ensbury's he's his second behind. So I just don't think he's going to get there. Again, some cars can blow up; these things happen. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the checkered flag. Mr. Hurst run around the last few corners here. Wave checker at him. And here's a good shot of first, second, and third there. Yeah, Hurst was running consistent 207s there, but Perez, Ensbury, Sakashio, and Red Nose, they were all running really good laps. And there it is, across the line. Mr. Ensbury gets a second, gets a third. Sakashio gets a second. We'll see this final group battle it out for the end. racing. I was really expecting a lot of, whoa, controversy. See, that right there, Sventek is way over. Yeah, I need more than 2 wheels over the white line's a cut, but it's not getting called on this track a lot. These guys are abusing the hell out of it. But, you know, hey, whatever. It's not that. I don't care. I'm not in the race. It's not taking points from me. I just like to see more consistency. Oh, poor users. I think, again, I think his name should be UZR. Why UZR? Then he can be user. To talk about what might or might not have happened in the race, and Ensbury says he didn't even get tapped by the guy. So it's interesting what you see in the broadcast versus what actually happens on the track. May not necessarily be the same thing. Oh, look, it's that one car stuck up in the air still. Yeah, I love this game. This is good shit. Okay, let's put it on auto director, and they're off. Bumpity bumpity, crunch crunch. And Theo is out to a roaring start. See if he can keep it. Looks like a fairly clean start so far. Nobody's dropped way back, so that means nobody's gotten their butt kicked. Oh, there's some tapping. And who was that just went off? Hard to tell. I can't tell sometimes. Somebody just went off. That's too bad. Here comes Ramirez. Duking it out with Scott. Sakashio right there. Oh, damn, helicopter cam. Cut that out. Wish I could keep it from doing that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Theo can hold on to the lead he's just gotten. That will be interesting. They're all tightly packed still right up front, which makes sense. Of course, the more they fight, the easier it's going to be for Theo to get a bit of a lead here. But I don't think he's going to keep it. These guys are just, you know, nothing against Theo, but they are faster per lap than he is. Look, there you go. Perez got him already. And here comes Sakashio. yeah, about the top 10 cars there, all kind of not grouped up, but certainly in a chain here. Kicking in the auto corrector, let him decide what to watch. You're watching the North America RaceRoom or Racing Network on YouTube. We're a group that hosts 4 different events during the course of the week. We tag on to 3 of the RaceRoom ranked events. Sunday night rookies, Monday night for some of the more experienced drivers, Wednesday night for Enduros like this, and on Friday night we launch our own server and play around with silly stuff. We do the NSUs a couple of weeks ago because they're fun and stupid. And this week we're going to go to GT1 cars, GTR1 as they are called in the system, at the Portimao GP track. The GT1s are, I don't know, for me they're a little bit like a little bit animalistic like the DTMs, but not quite, their teeth aren't quite as sharp, but they're still pretty vicious vehicles. And we're going to do that this Friday night on our own server. If you want to join us for that, you may. You need to join our Discord. There's a link in the description of this video, or will be eventually. Or choose one of the other videos and look at the description. There's an invite link in there. But in order to join us on Friday night, you're going to need to join our Discord and follow the instructions for joining the channel. And it will gain you access to the room that has the password, where the password will be mounted. So that's follow those simple instructions, and you can join us and race to your heart's content. Aren't you excited? I am. Whoa! Oh, there's a track violation. Yeah, Keith, you were a little outside the edges there. Or is that Luke? Oh, that's Luke. Filippone. Great name, Filippone. You think he's Italian? Anywho. Ramirez has gotten the lead, of course, which is not surprising. Him and Sakashi are kind of duking it out up front, but not that there's much duking going on. The racing's way cleaner than I anticipated. That's a good thing, I guess. Anyway, so I'm Elo. I'm your host. If you want to ask questions or comment, please do so in the stream comment section. Yeah, Ragey, get back to work. God. Hey, at least his employer got most of his time today, because he didn't even bother to race with us this week. What are we sitting on here? Oh, let me put the race event in before somebody goes, well, I can't see what the other way. No, not that stuff. I don't want that one. I want this one. Session information. 11:55 left in the race. Things have settled down. There's a lot of gaps in the top 6 are separated by over 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds apiece. And then we kind of have a group down here between Filippone, Hurst, and Galbraith, Scott. Scott's got a lead on those 2, and that's good. That means Scott's really starting to drive a better race, because his first race sucked, which, you know, he would admit, and his second race was better. This one's even better, so it's good to see him doing some consistent times here too. Looks like Hurst just passed Filippone, and I missed that, but I think that was Filippone having a mistake. Battle for 11th place down here between Amato and Yuzus. Yeah, that camera shot sucks. That camera shot just sucks. Scott's trying to hold off Hurst here. Be interesting if he can do that. Is that front edge, damn it? Right behind the hill. I was gonna say, is that front end? Oh, there's the bumpy. You're gonna take that from him, Scott? You're gonna take that from him? Yeah, it does. It looks like there's damage on the front end of Scott's car. Maybe not. Yeah, a little bit back there, apparently. What was that thing that, God, show my age again. There used to be this game back a few decades back, and it's probably still out there, called the Rock'em Sock'em Robots, where you sit there and punch each other with these little robots using your thumbs and trying to knock the other guy's block off. Yeah. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Thanks for watching the stream. If you haven't given us a like, please do. Appreciate you tuning in and watching. Yeah, geez, interesting. I thought Scott had him on a couple of times in his passes in the back. All right, 8:55, a little less than 9 minutes left in things. And, whoa, Sakashio has caught up to Perez. That, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to assume Perez had a goober that caused him to lose time. But that's interesting. It'll be good to see an actual a race develop here. And look how far outside the lines they're going, and they're not getting called on it. Of course, that could be a visual error. That might be something that we think we're seeing, but it's not actually there. Well, he's not going to catch up with slowdown penalties. No, very classic example. I wonder if it'll give him another penalty because of that. Looks like it because the message stayed up. There's another cut. There's another cut. Nice hillside, though. I mean, these hillsides go. Kick it back to auto director and let it decide what's going on here for a bit. Different camera angles. So this is the close race right here. Auto trying to creep up on uses. Maybe that's it. Uses. Interesting. Ensbury is in third and Frodo is in fourth, but they're way back. And unfortunately, Keith Hurst is now closing in on Lupu in fourth. We'll take a look at that if it gets closer, I guess. He's going to have to defend heavy here because Hurst is in the second race he was the fastest. He had the times. In this race, Sakashio has got the fastest lap of a 2:07.4. Perez is only at a 2:08. Then a bunch of other 2:08s. And Hurst has got the second fastest time, 2:07.9, which he just put in. Like 3 racers out. Filippone, Hall, And Hurst. Interesting. I wonder what happened to Hurst that he did. Oh, you know what? I wonder. Yeah. I think that's called, he got DQ'd. He got black flagged. I'm assuming that was either penalties he didn't slow down for, or he exceeded the limits on the track. Interesting. Interesting. Won the second race and got black flagged on the third. That's interesting. Not that I trust this, but the system's telling me that Mr. Rednose here has 100% damage on his car, which obviously isn't the case because he's still right there driving it. Although it does look like it's not handling too well. Oh, about 4 minutes left. Perez has managed to stretch his lead on Sakashio to 2.5 seconds, and kind of confirms it. Oh, it's interesting because, yeah, in the last lap, Perez did a 2:08.3. Sakashio did a 2:09.4, 1.1 second drop. And that trend is continuing because now Sakashio is now almost 3 seconds behind. Interesting. And then 6 seconds back to Ensbury, so I don't think we're going to see any changes here. But again, things happen. Amato and Hughes are still kind of battling it, I guess, if you want to call it that. Theo's now on his own, right in the middle. Got a big gap, 6 seconds ahead, 6 seconds behind. Sakashio is still 2.5 seconds back from Perez. I don't, there's just not much hope there. You can see the difference between them. Can you see, does third place come around the corner? No, third place doesn't even come around the corner, which is Ensbury. A black flag. Shame for shame. Race is over. We're going to jump over to the race results screen. Probably jump into Theo's. So I think his is. Oh, you know what? Think about that for a second. I'm not so sure that there's anybody that I'm friends with in this system that'll get me over to the race results. Because what I got to do is go look up a racer that I know. So I probably could just look up Theo. One minute left. And it looks like there's not much left in it for anybody in terms of gaining position. Amato is coming up on uses here, but I don't know. So he's really going to have to fight to get by him, and I don't think it's going to happen. Perez there in first place with a 2.7 second lead over Sakashio, who's got 8 second lead over Ensbury. He's got almost 5.5, 6 second lead over third Theo Ubu. Just missing out on a podium, missing out on a podium. Scott finishing up well in this race compared to his last race. This is excellent Smithers. And Evan Gramke also finishing well. Let's go catch Ramirez coming across much the end of that. Go watch a motto. And another slowdown penalty. Man. Penalty central around here this week. But, you know, to be expected with these cars, I think. And this track. So great racing. Perez grabs. Is that his second race? Did he win? Did he win the first race? I don't remember. That's like an hour ago. So good racing. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Yeah, our fastest lap on that was a 2:07.444 by Sakashio. Second fastest lap was Keith Hurst, who black flagged himself with a 2:07.9. And yeah, the third fastest lap is Ramiro Perez, our race winner. See if we can go get some psychedelics. That's not working. Usually you get cars twirling around in the air and all kinds of silly stuff. Jared Svetek from Look Ma No Hands Racing. Silly stuff. Silly stuff. We'll have a results screen here in a second. There we go. And once the server dumps us out, which it will much faster than we would like. Bunch of DNFs there. Race 3 results, 5 of them. And a DQ for Mr. Hurst. Be interesting to find out what that was caused by. Whether he didn't slow up to take his penalties or whether he got pointed out with track penalties. So good racing, 3 races. I didn't write down the winners. I should have. I know that I know Mr. Hurst got the second race. Mr. Perez got his third race, and I think he got the first race too. But I don't remember. I don't remember. Okay, so now we can go back, go to the portal, hello computer, and we will look up, search for user, look up LUPU, and enter. Wow. There's a lot of Lupus in there, isn't there? There he is right there, Theo Lupu. And we can go look at, oh, I thought we would be able to see his races here. Send friend request. Hey, Theo, send me a friend request so I can look at your stats, because until I find somebody that's an actual friend, I can't look at any stats. So that was a nice idea. Let me see if I can get him to do that. I'll be right back. And once he accepts a friend request, we'll be able to go and look at the results. Wow. Okay, where is he? My brain hurts. I didn't list him. Huh. Oh, well. Let's go. Poo. Hello, computer. Hello, computer. Go Theo Lupu. Boom. User is your friend. I still can't see his race results. I don't know what people are saying. Ranked multiplayer. Go. That'll do it. Ugh. All right. And we'll go for this one right here. All right. This is race 1, race 2, race 3. Is it labeled? Come on, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, this is race 3, I think. Hang on a second. Yep, this is race 3. Oh, start, finish, incident points. Interesting. Derek is black flag, but he has 0 incidence points. That can't be. Whoo, man. Filippone took a hit, 33 points. And yeah, baby. Any big gainers? Yeah. Uses gained 23 points. That's a big chunk. Sakashio gained 20. That's a decent chunk. But yeah, the Filippone took a right in the as did Keishan Hall, as did Keith Hurst. Oh my God. Yikes. 50. Took a 50-point hit. Right in the jewels. It's not funny. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. Okay, so race number 2. I think that just updated. Hello, come on, computer. Race number 2. Race number 2. Hello. It's not scrolling for me. Let me reset something. Control doesn't work. See, it doesn't work very well, and you end up with a funky screen. Back. Go to the second. Growl. I'm remote controlling a machine, so that's making it a little more challenging to make it do what I want. All right, race 2. Go down here to the race results and see, of course, that Keith Hurst won that race. Gained 50. Poor bastard. He gained 51 points in the first race and then lost them all in the second race and lost them all in the third race. Well, that's a serious kick in the nuts. Oh my God. Sakashio did well in both races. That third race, he gained points and he gained 23 in this one. Theo took a hit in the second race, and I'm assuming he gained most of that back in the third race. McCord took a chunk in the nuts on, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, only a couple of massive swings there. Yeah, that's just Hurst has just got to be hurting. That's just horrible. That's horrible. Right in the cojones. All right, and race number 1 was won by, roll please. Oh, Ensbury was the first race. Yeah. Well, congrats to him for sure. Picked up 16 rating points. The top 4 all picked up some nice points. And then down on the bottom, Scott took a chunk, 26. Beaulieu took Beaulieu. I got to practice that. Took 22 hit. Yeah. But some really nice gains here in the top. These guys here all really nice gains in that top racing. Awesome. So Perez gained points in that race. Let's go to the second race. I want to see where Perez went on the second race. Just because I'm nosy. I'm nosy. And Perez gained 2, lost a bit of reputation. The third race, Perez. Be nice to be able to look up a average ping. That would be a nice column to see average ping times. So Perez, the heck is he here? Won that. Came off. Yeah, interesting. All right. Well, I think that's almost enough of that for the evening. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Um, this is Elo saying thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you again next week. And you never know, maybe there'll be a video out between now and then on the channel. And we'll see you